I've been caulking every single seam anywhere on the wall. Like here, 2x4s. Between the top plates, around the header. I haven't gotten this far yet. But every one of those joints, every one of those joints or seams or anything is going to get a caulk. And that's used a lot of caulk so far. I've done a little more than half the place. And you ever think, man, I should get one of those contractor packs to save money? Well, that's one already, so I'm going to go out and get another. Welcome back again. Can you see? Focus. Focus and expose. Yeah, there we are. We have snow. I'm not happy about it, but it's there. We also don't have any insulation. I'm less happy about that. Whose fault is it? Mine, because I haven't gotten everything done that I need to. Because it takes a lot longer than I expect for everything to happen. Because I'm going along planning, wiring, doing all of this stuff sort of like on the fly. I mean, the planning part, it works a lot better to plan when you're actually in the space and you can see everything. For example, all the lights that I put in. I had to like physically stand in the spot and see where it looks best. So I'll give you a status update. I've wired in a bunch of temporary lighting. You can see like over the door, and so I have 9 lights up in here, and these are switched off the meter. I mean, I'm getting the power through our meter, but I've wired up switches here, so that works nicely. Let's see. Before I put in the insulation, I need to do the plumbing vent, which is going to go somewhere up there, up through the roof. And I need to finish wiring all of my sconces because the sconce there, well, that one's shorter under the window, but a lot of the other ones are faster and shorter over the window. But I might just drill holes below the window because, I don't know. Maybe I don't like working on a ladder or putting more holes in the thermal envelope, in the air envelope. So I think I'll just put holes down through the walls in most cases. That'd be easier, faster, airtighter. A lot of places already have holes under the windows. I'll just use a little bit extra wire. Like under these windows, there's already a hole. Well, okay, maybe not these windows because the holes already have 2 wires in them. So that's more wire than you can put in one hole, so I'd have to drill another set of holes, which isn't that hard. When I was drilling holes, I used this drill, which is a beast, and then a self-feeding paddle bit, and then 2 or 3 extensions. And this sort of combination will do every sort of hole. You know, even that really wide bit to do was really easy with just a varying combination of extensions. What else before the insulation? Oh, I need to run all of the wiring for the outside lights. That's going to be 4 circuits, and those 4 circuits are going to be in here. I'm going to have like the light over the door, and then the porch lights, and then there's a switched outlet over there that's going to be for like if we want to string up chili pepper lights or just mood lighting. And then there's also a set of spotlights that I'm going to put up, and that'll allow me to spotlight the whole backyard when the dogs are out doing their business. A few other things. We got our sewer tap put in. I have video of that on my other phone. We're getting the sewer tap put in, and the meter pit, which is not meter pit. Well, it is a meter pit, but it's a valve pit, is dumping right into the hole. I guess I can explain what's going on here. We have here is a gas line. Here's the sewer line. And it's gravel lined, and the water's flowing in from both sides, and they have a pump pumping it out. Right now they're going to go shut off all the other grinder pumps on this line. I think there's 5 of them. So that they could cut the line and install a T-fitting and a slip fitting. Without it being under pressure. So it's not a hot tap like I thought it was going to be. It's just a normal tap. And here's the pressure gauge. So here's the pressure gauge, and you can see it's down to 70 psi. Because again, like the coil's outside, and it's I started at 80, but that was also when it was 80 degrees out, and now it's 24. So there's less pressure in there because it's all contracted and cooled down and shriveled up. What else outside? I have a feed wire here ran for outside Christmas lights. So I'm going to put a switch here and then put an outlet over there up in the corner outside. And that'll allow me to just flick on Christmas lights when we want to. Things that are sort of unnecessary, but things that I wanted are like up behind me there is I'm going to put in ceiling speakers. And so I made a box to them. I mean, technically they should be a open baffle type speaker. I'm just doing those. I'm sorry about the focus and the lighting and all that stuff. I'm still learning this new camera. It's a Canon M6. And I keep messing up the settings. Like somehow servo AF keeps turning off, and then you hit the star button and that locks in the settings for exposure, and I just don't understand it all yet. What else? Like I pre-wired for other speakers down there, left and right speakers. And then I also ran a chase there for the TV. So I have power and then like a separate conduit for the TV there. And then I have a separate dedicated run for the stereo amplifier, which I think is just good practice, I guess. What else? I can't really think of anything else. I need to shave. I kind of want to do just the ceiling insulation first, which would allow me to finish up all the other stuff if I need to. So that, if we have ceiling insulation in, then it'd be warm in here, because right now it's like 32 degrees. My fingers are freezing. Oh, another thing we don't have yet is I ordered, like, well over a month ago, the mini split and the ERV, and I think, well, I asked them, they said one of those things is back ordered. I'm not sure which. Probably the ERV. So I'm kind of waiting for those to come in, but no point in putting them in yet anyways, because we don't have any ceiling insulation. There's my list of things to do. I put turn around this stud because you sight down the wall and you can tell that this stud's bowing that way, but really it should be bowing this way. So I got to flip that around. Luckily, there's nothing running through that specific stud. It would be really easy to flip around. Also, I'd like to make a comment about these damn work lights. Well, this one I got, there it is. This one I got free on the side of the road. That one I got free on the side of the road. Both of them were in perfect working condition, except the bulbs were burnt out. So I put a bulb in that, and I put bulbs in those. And I've already replaced one of those bulbs, which has burnt out again. And then I brought my dad's work light up because it had 2 working bulbs in it, which is this red guy. And then another one burnt out. So in this project, I've gone through 5 bulbs, and they're like $7 a piece. So that's $35 of bulbs that I've already gone through. That's like one LED work light. Should have just gotten an LED work light, or a bunch of them. But a nice thing about these is they create some heat. So when it's like 25 degrees out, I'm working under a 500 watt radiant heater effectively with light. I finished caulking everything. That's like all of this, all the seams, all the way around. And what else? I did a structured wiring panel. So that's got RG6 and Cat6. There's the dryer box that I put in. So now I can push the dryer up flush against the wall. Roughed in for the vanity mirror. What else? Oh yeah, my aunt and my parents were here, and they helped put up drywall blocking. That's what goes between the joists there, so that, or between the roof rafters, I guess that's the right term, so that I can screw the drywall to it. But I still have to go through and on each one shim, because there's a gap. Partially because all of these roof trusses, yeah, that's what it is. Roof trusses have a bit of camber to them. And I can't really pull the wall up to them or pull the trusses down. So I just have to shim them. Right there, can you see it? Barely, huh? Can I adjust the exposure? Yes, I can, there. Right there. So that's a Allen inbox, I think is what it's called. Yeah, so progress is coming along like nicely. I don't have much more to do before installation, so that should be fun.